Recording. Cool. Ibs, intro the thing. Or Dullah, one of your intro.
Alright, Assalamu alaikum people. What's happening? And I locked into the Jollof After Pub of podcast.
Wait, the what?
Myself.
The what?
Listen, my lips, they're just
That's why I said a man do the intro more time in this.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm finished today. I'm just tired. Let me turn the TV off.
Ibs, you want to try?
Assalamu alaikum people. We're back. Episode 13.
This is dead as
13.
what? What's going on?
You are now locked into Jollof after Jummah.
Do you know what happened? That happened to me the other day. You know, or Kent. It actually happened to me a week ago, but for the sake of recording, obviously Dullah went on his rant, and then no one, then we know what happened after that. So let's just pretend that this happened. This happened. You asked me this last week, yeah. You know, there's a museum called like the Royal Victorian Albert Museum, yeah. Oh, no, wait, no, let me scale it back. So there's some organizations, some group of people, yeah, that they, you know, in the mosque in Man in Old Kent Road, yeah. They set up like an exhibition, like an art exhibition, but in the mosque. Obviously, because it was lockdown, people wouldn't have seen it. So basically, no, it's not as spooky as it sounds. Yeah. So basically, it was about it was some like a group of artists from some university in London. They set up like they wanted to demonstrate the unity of prayer or something like that. It sounds spooky, but it was a good project. And it was and in turn they filmed some stuff for the mosque, like, you know, for the raising money for the new mosque and the appeal and stuff. And the whole thing is based around the appeal. And they basically they set up like, you know, like a projector. So they literally set up in the main like prayer hall, yeah. And it was like it took a picture of, I think, like a Jummah prayer, like while it was going on. So it kind of scanned the room. So it was on like they built like a.
So was it a hologram?
Yeah, so
kind of thing.
Yeah, so basically, imagine they filmed it, and then in the actual art display was that they would project the people praying back onto the floor, but in like perfect alignment.
Okay.
It's almost like a hologram of people praying in the mosque, if you get what I mean. So like projected. So they filmed it and then replayed it back onto the empty floor, and it's like so you're watching people pray, but they're holograms, kind of thing. It was good. Before we get into the permissibility of all of that stuff, whatever, like
because like drawing. Because when you first said art, I was thinking what, as in
it's not like
drawings, pictures, faces,
but
in a mosque.
No, it's a projection onto the cup, and obviously it's during, because of Corona, because the mosque was closed. That's why they used it. They did it. Yeah. It was cool, man. I did like a couple interviews for them or whatever back in them times for the mosque, in it for the appeal, and then 2-2. So that was in like April. That was time ago. I haven't even seen the footage. No, have I? I've seen the footage. It's hella bloopers. It's a bit mad, but you know them, like when you're trying to do it professional, and that's certain man like Taufik are good at that, but a certain man like me, you know me, I'm from the hood, so I'm not made for that stuff. And
as if you don't work in hospital.
What?
As if you don't work in hospital.
I do. I'm out here.
From last week's pod, we spoke about the whole family thing, the whole black family thing, and the supermarket advert. I literally just watched a Nintendo Switch advert with like elderly black people. I say elderly, like probably 60s, 50s, playing a Nintendo Switch, and I was watching. I was just like, white people, go and complain now.
Wait,
let me not say white people, but
again? Say that again. I'm baffed.
So there was a Nintendo Switch advert where it's probably still. I literally just watched it now. It's probably still new, and I was just watching it. Long story short, I was just watching it. Like, let's see who's gonna complain now.
No, I think it is.
Because it was. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I think I'm not defending them or anything because it's nonsense. But I think it was because it was a black family at Christmas, innit? And
so it's not like it was a Muslim family at Christmas.
No.
That would have been weird,
but obviously, this is a predominantly white country, and that's not what the vast majority expect to see at Christmas, is it? They expect to see their white family around them, not black family. So that. I'm guessing that's what the issue was for them. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. And I'm not asking you to understand because it doesn't make sense. But
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Oh no, it doesn't. But yeah,
they feel misrepresented.
Yeah, they feel misrepresented. Yeah.
So
if
Pardon them, innit?
yeah. So if there was an advert, yeah, let's say like there was an advert, I don't know, for Nintendo or for Tesco or something, and then they were doing Christmas, and then they showed 99 white people with one like black person, that was just like at the end of the advert was like that, yeah, like are we gonna say that it's misrepresentation?
No, you see why this argument is void?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've had adverts. How many adverts do you see? Aldi, Maplin when they were still open. All these adverts where they've got animals and vegetables. So they've got a family of vegetables and family of they made the vegetables animate. So they've made inanimate objects animate, and they're portraying family members. Are you gonna say this carrot doesn't represent me? You see them complaining about that? No. So that's why I say this whole thing is weird.
I don't understand your
That's probably what my question. What I'm saying is basically because I can imagine black people complaining and saying, "Oh, how can there just be one black person with 99 white people?" And then someone could turn around and say, "Yeah, but the country's 99% white." And then at that point, what do you say? So if there's bare black people, and now I don't think we'll be like, black people, shut up! Don't tell them that they can only have one, that they should have more than one black person when there's 99 white people. But so it's, as my mum always says, it's their country. No, I'm joking. But no, I don't agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I don't really want to raise the conversation today. I think I need a break.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, people. You're live with the Judge Boys. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Quickly, one thing I wanted to mention, is
Fitness.
Yeah, man. So obviously lockdown ending, man, am I going back to the gym, yeah?
Boy.
And huh?
Boy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. If
It's
I'm
a bit of a mad one. My man's got love handles now, bro.
Bro, see today, yeah. Fam, see today, yeah. Obviously I had to put on the suit for a reason, yeah. And obviously it was the last time I wore a suit before today was in my most recent job interview. So this was like in March, innit? And I'm going through all my suit clothes, yeah. So, you put on, you're like, right.
Nah, this one must have been from back in it.
But
this one too.
Why have you washed this? You can't be washing my clothes so high temperature, man. It's shrunk, man. It's shrunk, boy.
What did I wear this for work experience?
Nah, the thigh space is not even where it used to be, fam. Man's looking like a bad beef.
Weird. I've never had a problem with like putting on weight.
You're lucky.
Never had an issue with.
It's been a lockdown.
No,
For me, it's just been a lockdown, man.
You're lucky, fam.
No, even in lockdown, and I'm not somebody that watches what I eat. I eat whatever I want, and I've never had an issue putting on weight.
I've never had an issue with putting on weight until this. So I went for my annual comprehensive health scan, where they take your blood, they take urine sample, they check your kidneys, your liver, all of that. And I found out I put on initially 17 kilos, and then I lost 5. So I've put on 12 kilos since January.
Wow.
That's how mad it is.
12 kilos
yeah.
12 kilos of what? You're still benching houses, are you?
Bro, I didn't go to the gym since lockdown. And then I got married, and then I moved. And my gym, I am. So where I've moved, there isn't. My closest gym is like 20 minutes drive away, and it's a gym group, and gym group don't open 24 hours anymore since
Yeah,
last year,
I think
which
that,
is jarring
I think
because I actually don't have time to go to the gym.
I think they're going back
And,
to 24 hours, you know.
huh?
They're going back to 24 hours, you know, I think.
I cancel my gym because it's useless to me. If they're not 24 hours, they're useless to me. Because I used to have. Pardon?
Is this the gym?
Yeah, the gym group. Yeah,
Not the racist one, not the racist one.
they're now 8 to 10.
What do you mean, not the racist one?
Isn't it pure? Remember Pure Gym, that madness with the Black History Month workout plan or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
What was this?
Science with 12 years a slave.
Oh,
They
yeah.
designed some sort of workout plan called it to have science with 12 years a slave. And
What was
stupid like
this?
that.
You didn't know
I think it was
that?
Pure.
Yeah, it was Pure Gym.
I've never heard of this.
This was a couple years ago. I don't know the
Pure
details
Gym
of it.
and Gym Group are sister companies, by the way.
I know, but it's not the racist sister, innit? Basically, some let me explain it quickly. It's not the company, to be fair. It's just one guy that was just moving mad. Basically, it was Black History Month, and they were like, "Oh, to celebrate Black History Month, we're putting out like a workout plan." And this is a black guy in it, a workout plan, and it was called the 12 Years a Slave workout plan. And it was like, somebody made a parody of this, and I don't want to mix up the parody and the actual facts of what happened, but it was like, slavery was hard, but this workout is going to be even hard, that kind of thing. It's just like,
that's stupid.
Yeah, he's moving mad. I know the black person, isn't it? So where do
that's
we go?
like that's like
for those people, but we won't say it here.
Yeah? Oh,
so you have a
that's like
special.
That's like celebrating a Jewish celebration by doing something around the theme of concentration camps. That's silly. Slave.
You mentioned that word, and you have to get. I'm trying to get cancelled. Get cancelled.
Go ahead, bro.
I'll be mentioning the J word, and we're sorry.
Jollof.
Yeah, J for Jollof. That's the only J that we know in this podcast.
Yeah, what were we saying? We're gonna discuss fitness and how
the feds.
How. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just checking the feds ain't coming for me like Wiley and that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So you actually wanted to discuss fitness and religion and how the two correlate.
Yeah, man. So like, obviously, as we've been talking, some of us, not all of us, whatever, I bear man them, especially in that, like in our community, on the gym thing. Obviously, get hench, and get wham, get hench or die trying, all of that nonsense. Yeah, but man them are on this thing in it, and obviously within the growth of the fitness industry and stuff like that.
Oh, I knew him.
I didn't know.
So you're now Ross. Swear down.
It's because of mums that he's on the pod, and so I don't know.
I'm on my ones. I'm a lone soldier. I'm a lone wolf.
And being in the gym more time, you're there with the people that are there. The way people are dressed when they're there. Obviously it comes with its own fitness and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's
I'm playing. Go ahead.
In studio, I would have gone to you. Anyway.
Listen, this hill, I'll sign it. I'll signature it especially for you. Yeah, the win number.
You're a young boy to me. I used to wipe your bum,
What?
keep talking.
I used to change your pampers, fam.
Personally.
When they see you, I was on site. I'll show you the real tiny gigs.
Change your pampers. Let's get back on track. Yes, it did. Stop doing that. Yeah, so like, based on certain conversations I've had, it's like certain people, and it's kind of not certain people. The difficulty comes in a case of like, gyms are probably a place generally which you're probably kind of, no one really has much to say when it's a case of brothers going to the gym. And I know I do a lot of stuff to say on this, but then when it comes to sisters, for example, obviously we got a lot of sisters that listen, it's often a different story. And obviously there's reasons for that, which we may go into a bit later. But I was just going to kind of ask about, where do you stand on, where do you think fitness or training, especially bodybuilding, fits in within the Muslim man? Or do you think there's a place for it, or do you think it's just a vanity project and it's not something maybe we should be too invested in?
Let's start with health firstly, rather than body. We'll get to bodybuilding, but health in general. Like, as Muslims, we're meant to be we're encouraged to be by our deen to be healthy and to be physically strong. Like even when we talk about obviously our biggest icon, our example is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was the description of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was he was a very strong physically, like yeah, he was there in it. He was up there in terms of physique. So naturally, as Muslims, we're meant to be on job when it comes to health. We're meant to take care of ourselves. We're meant to make sure that we can be proficient in when and we can be on job when it comes to acts of worship. Bro, I'll tell you, when you go Umrah to make tawaf in that heat, and especially when it's crowded, Hajj, it's extremely crowded. You're gonna have to overcome obstacles. You're gonna have to do you're gonna have to be physically fit to even perform acts of worship such as Umrah. Well, so yeah, I'm waffling now, but carry on.
You're saying good stuff, but like, or Ibs, you go.
No, go ahead.
What about in terms of like, what about like pitfalls? Obviously, there's positives to it, but
pitfalls. Obviously, you can fall into showing off. I mean, I was doing all of that nonsense just now, but that I was playing.
Huh?
Yeah, I was legit playing.
Yeah.
Oh, continue.
Okay.
Yeah. You can fall into showing off, which it can start off from showing off and it can turn into shirk. Like that's how deep it can go to. And I don't mean like showing off in terms of my body. I mean showing off in general, showing off whether it be even in worship, praying. Like your intention becomes to pray for the sake of other people rather than Allah. That can be a serious sin. So yeah.
I think that, building on from what you said, yeah. So like, because I was reading some article in it, and it's like, obviously, like you said, being strong, being proficient for the sake of ibadah, so worship, on when you're doing Hajj, when you're doing Umrah, you'll get the physical strain that's going to put on you. I haven't done it, inshallah, one day I'll do it and I'll taste it for myself.
Inshallah.
And obviously, even simple things like the mere fact that praying standing up, the reward is going to be greater, even if it's regardless of ability, it's going to be greater than somebody who prays in a chair or prays lying down. Even just if we take it back to the core of it, why was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam strong? Why was he so fit? For the purpose of, obviously without sounding a bit, mad. I'm gonna mention another J word I might get in trouble here, but things like jihad, all that kind of stuff, feasibility, and for just propagating the religion, protection of your family. Ibs, are you there? Dullah, are you there?
Ibs is now flexing as well.
So a young tricep on the
Assalamu alaikum. You are now locked into Jollof after Jummah.
Yeah. Sorry, Ibs didn't pay his internet bill. You topped up the key.
Yeah.
Right, well done, alhamdulillah. Just pay me back that $10 whenever it's my man. Yeah, as I said, so like when it comes to obviously pitfalls, when it comes to kind of why we're doing, I might repeat myself because we got cut off, but while we're doing it, you have to think of the J word again, like things like jihad, feasibility, things like just supporting and being strong for the sake of your family, all those kind of things. It's encouraged for the Muslim to be strong here. But when I think of pitfalls, or especially for the particular Muslim male to be strong here, but when I think of pitfalls and things like that, it's easy. It's just like you literally have to walk in a gym, and if I'm going to be blunt, more time you're seeing hella spandex, hella leggings, all of that stuff in it.
Yeah.
So it's like as much.
We're not talking about from the opposite gender. We're talking about from the man them.
Right, we're both in it.
Both.
Before you get into things about kind of yourself, so like your own traps, the fact that you're just subjecting yourself or often to all those types of things, is it fair for us to say, you know, for us to not want, or is it fair to place that expectation on, for example, our sisters or our mothers and our wives that, you know, that, yeah, I don't really want you going to the gym. Why? Oh, there's man there, you know, Awrah, people are seeing you, blah, blah, blah. When we're subjecting our eyes to all that stuff that we're telling not to go for that reason. It's a sticky one, isn't it? This is the question I got asked.
Repeat the question.
So if us as men can say that we might not want our sisters, our mums, our daughters, and our and our wives to be in places for the reasons that there's going to be obviously personal exposure of themselves based on what they're doing. Obviously the fact that the free mix and all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
As mandem, it's kind of common practice, and I haven't really heard too much apart from me getting challenged on this one occasion that it's issue for the mandem to be there. But is that just something that just got overlooked? Is there actually a problem, or is it or is it not a problem?
What I would say to that is, I think it's kind of similar to the workplace situation. Actually, no, it's not, because then again, you're not forced to go to the gym. Not forced, but you're not.
Other ways to work out.
Go. Yeah. I was gonna say, work in a workplace. The men have to go to work, whereas you don't want your wife working around, or you prefer your wife not to work around men. But then again, it's kind of different, because as a man, you're the provider for your family.
Oh, that's a difference.
Whereas you can say, I don't, yeah. Whereas gym is kind of, because gym is like you have to go to the gym. Obviously, you're going to work out, but yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it's the same. Yeah.
You know, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, by the way, I'd just like to plug, there's news coming, inshallah, soon on that whole, we're working on that. Sisters,
come and talk to
pardon?
me. I said, when you have news, come and talk to me.
I'm talking about the sisters only gym stuff.
I know.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
I was even talking to the audience. But anyways,
I wasn't even talking about your point and the original point. I just mean the whole argument of brothers and sisters attending the gym. I don't think it's the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, gyms are mainly male-dominated spaces. I'm not saying that women don't go to the gym, but it's mainly men that you'll see there more time. It's mainly a male-dominated space.
On the whole, yeah. But if you're in the mat area, for example, like the soft mats area, you may like there's more women in that area. So
okay, so it depends on where you go. If you're in an area where your gym is mainly dominated by men, then there isn't an issue with them going to the gym, as long as obviously everyone's aura isn't going to be covered, because everyone in the gym isn't.
I was gonna get to that, yeah.
But that's different to a female now attending the gym that's mainly male dominated, and let's be honest, we know what them are like. They're gonna look at you. So I don't think it's wrong to say you don't want your mum, sister, or wife going to the gym, going to that kind of gym. So in my opinion, that's what I would say. It's not the same thing. And obviously, no, go on.
Just to add to that, obviously, for males, it is possible for you to exercise and cover your aura. But in regards to sisters, it's obviously you got the halal gym wear and all this stuff. But let's be real, that stuff is like you can see the definition, you can see the shape.
No comment. No comment, but
man's coming in. You can see the Coca-Cola bottle. You get me? So
whoa,
man, what? What's going on here?
You're walking on that line, bro. You're walking on that line, bro.
Anyway, like I was saying, you can see the shape, but it's meant to be halal swimwear, halal this, halal that. Okay. And if you were to go down a route of getting something that is like covers your aura properly, that is modest, it's like you're not gonna go on a treadmill, be sweating in an abaya. It don't make sense. You're gonna trip on that. You're gonna bust your head. It
I
don't
think
make
because
sense.
health and safety, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
It's
you're allowed in.
you're looking to catch a stroke, huh?
You must catch a stroke, you know? Like it's a
What?
cold. You're
No,
not.
but it's true.
You're not
I've
allowed.
seen.
Allowed to wear that stuff. Like it's against the rules to wear a buyer to trade, like because it's not safe in it.
No, but yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I've seen someone wear something similar, like a large, like a long, and she was doing the madness, and I was just like, and it's to the point where she was drawing attention to herself, and that's kind of okay. She's not wearing something tight, but she's still drawing attention to herself,
Yes, you're
which
just
kind
having
of
it.
defeats the whole purpose.
Yes.
And for the mandem, going back to the mandem, I feel like even regardless, as mandem, we still need to pattern up because certain men are still, and I'm talking about Muslim brothers here, certain men are still going to the gym wearing flipping leggings, wearing flipping, like, we need to pattern up in terms of our aura as well. Like, shorts below, like, come on. Like, we need to, if we don't know, we need to educate ourselves on what our aura is, where it starts. Because man are wearing shorts that are they even shorts or boxers? Like,
You know,
yeah, that's what I have to
yeah.
say.
As a man, yeah, and this is like I feel like, especially for men that are kind of have an awareness of aura and all that stuff. Yeah. So like my graps, for example, you know, like ripped jeans, stuff like that.
Yeah, ripped jeans, tight jeans.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
I don't. Stuff started.
What's
Bro, I'm being real. Let's continue.
You're being real.
Why do you guys do this bro, man are taking pauses and you're adding dramatics. Let's continue.
We apologize
Come
for
on,
Abdullah.
man.
We sincerely apologize.
I was listening to a thing where an
We're gonna have to
artist.
get him to wear a suit and come and do statement on Instagram for this episode. For
I ain't making no statement. I said what I said. I'll say
We will
it
make a statement if we ask you to.
again.
Worry, I'll write it. I'll write it for you. Just read it.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm
yeah.
apologizing for him. No, but
Man
yeah,
are showing kneecaps and stuff through rips. It don't make sense as a man. We don't do them things.
Because like
obviously we're not wearing boot cuts. This is not the naughties. But at the same time, like, we need to establish, okay, this is what is like, we're Muslims. This is from the navel to below the knee.
It's actually not even difficult.
Yeah, that's the point.
It's not.
It's not difficult. Really not.
That's the point I was gonna say. Like, if you got obviously an awareness, obviously I don't know, we've put a bit of pressure on the sisters, so let me rein it back here. If you're a man, yeah, and you've got an awareness of what the sisters actually have to do, yeah, and obviously how that coincides with, you know, modern times and the difficulty that obviously it's gonna be to conform here. Like, if the least you can do, is allow your fire being shown in your jeans, because you know there's no need. Like, no need. It's
man
like,
can see the vein in your calves. Man are seeing kneecaps, and you want to talk about the sister over there that's not wearing a hijab properly. Big man, allow it, innit?
Yeah,
allow it.
That's that. So I think that's what this whole kind of where this conversation or where the challenge that I got came from with all brothers and sisters playing gym things, because of the fact that it's like, man, they find it easy to talk when it's sisters, and obviously, and society's made it kind of easy to talk when it's sisters, yeah. But yeah, the brothers need to sort themselves out as well, man. Proper.
I think how many times have I said this? People just need to mind their own business. If everybody just minding their own business, this world would be a much better place.
No. Sometimes you can advise people. You can advise people out of love.
When I say mind your own business, I mean that in the sense that you need to look at yourself before you start talking about other people. Because I'm not gonna go, and it's because, and a lot of it is because of social media as well. Social media has made sisters an easy target, and because you're behind the screen, you can be whoever you want. And there's people that don't have shame to do stuff like this as well. You know you're doing mess behind the screen as well, but you think you can come on the internet
and just keep talking anyhow. This is what I mean when I say mind your own business, because more time it's got nothing to do with you.
Do you think though, one thing though that I would say like as a rebuttal to that, is that when it comes to, I think one reason, and you know that people obviously often when it comes to speaking about, especially when men comment on sisters, they often get shot down, but at the end of the day, one thing, just to kind of play devil's advocate to that, is the fact that, for example, if you're a father, for example, and you're raising a daughter, for example, in this world, or you've got sisters, or you're raising people in this world, knowing that, obviously, it's like, it is easier to be a boy in it, I would say. I'd say that there's a reason why the reward for raising
a daughter is immense,
because it's like it has problems in it. Like,
but repeat that. I think he broke up.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He just wasn't talking.
Yeah, I just wasn't talking.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like it's like boys generally in a lot of aspects when it comes to kind of society things. This may be a toxic statement, but you know that there's a lot of things you can kind of just leave them to it. I feel like with girls.
Yeah, there's that, but we can't excuse men wearing batty riders.
I didn't. That's
it's not.
We're past that, brother. I'm not talking about that. I mean, as in, I feel like when you're raising a sister, for example, in England, you're probably gonna have to answer a lot more difficult questions in terms of identification and fitting in and that kind of thing than a boy, because as a Muslim boy, it's so much easier for us to assimilate ourselves with society. It's so much easier for us to just assimilate and just blend in society than it is for them, So you're gonna have to deal with a lot more questions for sisters. And when I think when there's people that kind of obviously do stuff, or especially when people are kind of at the forefront, or when people put themselves at the forefront of representation for, you know, Muslim sisters and blah blah blah. I think when people do stuff that goes against, or when people are kind of who are at the face of it go against what you think is right or blah blah blah, and a lot of the time, just for whatever reason, it does become things to do with like appearance and dressing and blah blah blah. People get pressed about it, but then man feel like it's kind of a vicious cycle. People get pressed, but then man then feel that they can't get pressed about it, so they get frustrated about it, and the way that they voice their frustrations may come out a bit too rash or whatever. And then in that case, people are told that you shouldn't speak and blah blah. Do you know what I mean? It's a cycle, and it kind of means that a lot of sometimes nonsense happens, and people don't speak out about it, and the people that are speaking out
about what? Sorry,
a lot of like nonsense.
You lost me.
No, a nonsense in terms of, for example, let's just say, if I'm going to be blunt, stuff like standards of what constitutes, you know, a hijab, for example, or what constitutes modesty. And there's brothers and sisters, but let's say if we're talking about sisters for now, constitutes that those lines, or what you may be teaching, what you may be saying to your child, to your daughter, for example, and what society or what, you know, YouTube or whatever is portraying to her, are two completely different things. And then people will feel pressed about that, but then feel like they're not allowed to even speak about it because society tells them that they're just being a misogynistic dog and they should leave sisters alone, stuff like that. So it's like the whole like mind your business thing. It's like, and I fully agree, mind your business, take care of your own house first.
But there's a balance,
There's time when people do have to speak, and maybe it's about who's speaking.
100%.
I think do you know what? I think the reason the reason I say mind your business is because more time, the way that people are dealing with these issues, or the way that people are speaking out, is just wrong. They're not doing it in the correct manner. So it just becomes an issue of, if you're not going to do it right, just keep your mouth, just shut up, just keep quiet.
1,000,000%. So this goes back to one of the first. This goes back one to. Sorry, bro. I was just gonna say this goes back to one of the first episodes we were talking about in regards to adab, character, and etiquette, in regards to how you give da'wah, because this is da'wah, right? If you're gonna advise someone on, for example, we were talking dress code, Islamic dress code for a sister. This is da'wah. You're advising someone. You're saying, okay, maybe you know, maybe this is not the way, but it's better to, you know, kind of go towards.
Yeah, it's more time. It's more time brothers just bashing sisters in public, and whether you're giving advice or not, no one is going to respond well to that, because everybody has pride and they're going to find it in person, especially when you're doing it in public. So if you're not, if my advice is, if you can do it in private, that would be preferable. But if you can't, just stay out of it. I would just don't say anything.
Like, you know, there's people that are like let's say, I don't know, Bilal from Croydon is up in this, I don't know, I can't think of you any names because I don't know who they are, but this celebrity or influencers comments like, sister, you have to stop it, like bro.
Exactly,
like,
yeah. Or sister,
and why are you so pressed? Like, why are you so pressed about her? Like
these times.
Do you know what madness I've seen? Sister, astaghfirullah, liking black men is not for Muslim women. This is what on the internet, fam.
Sister, once you go black.
These times, man's DP is of him in Batty Riders with a shisha pipe in his mouth. He wants to talk crap.
Why are you so pressed to talk crap?
What is? You are now locked into the Jollof After Jummah podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, rate us, all of them good things.
I say
do you know what? I've noticed since Dollar stopped editing, his tongue has become so much more loose.
Bro, allow it. Because I've always been like this. Ibs,
a lot of man's been a bit more free in the last.
Ibs, was I not like this before? What?
Nah,
I'm the one that edited. I'm the one that edited the first couple of podcasts. The amount of editing, bruv, I've always been like this. Don't try and say I've changed, bro.
Okay,
man's always been blunt. Man's always been this blunt.
No. You might have a young spell. I feel like he's gone again. I know. Let's carry on this. You might have a young spell.
Bro.
Oh, he's back. You might have a young spell.
If anything, I've cut down because I know you're the one editing.
You've cut down.
But there's only so much I can. Bruv, this is me, innit?
Ibs, you're the. Has he cut down?
Have you cut down?
Has he cut? I believe because before he might do one madness a week.
Yeah.
And now he's doing 5, 10 minutes. You know now,
bro. It's because of the topic, bro. I can't stand it. I can't stand man talking nonsense.
If I release the episode, and don't maybe I missed something, don't text my phone because me.
But see, bro, I don't care. This is why I'm saying it. Release it. I don't want you to cut it.
This is my career on the line as well, bro.
I got
a family, bro. I need this, man. I can't do that, man. Bro. Allow me.
I got a family as well, bro. You get me?
Where was I? This conversation was drifted. Yeah, man. So like, I think man, them just needs to not be, because like when you're pressed as well, like you just when you're pressed, you just come across as just some weirdo like who just is bare pressed because it's like, and the man that comment more time on the system, ones that are bare commenting, like, are you checking your boys though? Like, or man, them checking your boys.
Word.
Yeah. Are you having the same energy for man them? Yeah, exactly.
Simple things like how many men do you see in a prayer room like doing recording and their whole spine is just showing, fam. You can see their thorax, fam. Like the whole back is just out. Just little things like that.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I just clocked what you're talking about now.
This reminds me of times I was in college, and I used to go to prayer room, and it was mainly Asian guys there that again would just assume that I was a revert. I remember one time I went to the prayer room and I was praying the door, and this guy came in and just decided to take it upon himself to start teaching me how to pray and telling me what to do. And you know what, yeah? At the time, I didn't think anything of it because this was like kind of one of my first encounters with somebody thinking I was a revert. So I didn't think anything. I was like, maybe he's just trying to give me advice. What I was doing was wrong, so I was like, cool, so nothing.
Was the prayer higgy? Like, was it a time?
It was extremely higgy. But I was like, you know what?
Oh, yours?
What, mine? No, not me, not mine, not me. No, but yeah. And then I never saw him in the prayer room again. Never. for the 2 years I was in that college, I never saw him in the prayer room again. So it was just like, but yeah, it was in hindsight that I kind of realized that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
What?
I might have to cut that bit out still. There was a bit of fire in the shorts showing there, yeah.
My bad. It was, yeah. Just
that would have been out. That would have rendered this pod obsolete. Imagine talking before.
Yeah, just cut that in. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna cut.
What time is this?
Yeah, no. What I'll do is I'll just add a bit. I'll add a young I'll just add something to cover it.
Blur. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ibs is doing action on the podcast. Leg for the lads, yeah.
My bad.
Ibs wants that PS5, you know. Ibs wants that PS5.
Are you mad, bro? Stop being dumb. Stop being dumb. Stop being silly.
Oh, boy. What's it saying? Just quickly.
Man flashed quickly.
Is it everything you dreamed of?
And more.
At your age.
Yeah. At my age, fam.
They used to be doing shit.
You're a big man, you know.
You're doing R1, LT.
I'll never be too old for games, bro.
You can't be too old. Even though I don't play.
Listen, I can't even talk. I don't have PS4, PS5, but I've got a whole racing simulator. So I can't even talk like that still.
What is that? Is that a console on its own?
Nah, it's a proper racing rig. Steering wheel, pedals, racing seat, customized computer, all of that.
You make the noises with your mouth. Abdullah McQueen.
McQueen. What's McQueen? He's McQueen.
The Disney movie.
Cars, the movie. Lightning McQueen.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, let's get back to the gym thing. Let's kind of close that one off. So in conclusion, so do we think man them going gym? Do we think it's okay? I've got my own conclusion.
What's your conclusion? Tell us.
Should I tell man? Should I say man?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I think obviously we should all, I think, be striving to moving towards just on the whole basis of the fact that, you know, minimizing things that Fitnah leads to haram. We should be avoiding haram, and therefore avoiding Fitnah. So avoiding kind of putting yourselves in those positions. So if you can afford it, this is just an advice because it's the easiest way. Like instead of overhauling your life, I can give like a simple kind of steer. And it applies to myself as well. If you can go to a gym at a quiet time, go to a gym at a quiet time. If you can go to that minimizes, you know, like female presence or women presence or whatever, minimize it. Go there for what you need to do. Obviously, keep it with the man them. Obviously, dress accordingly. Don't take too much pride in how you look and like being like don't be that guy that's flexing in the mirror for 20 minutes.
Yeah, get off the bench and
you know, man.
After he's off the bench. Yeah.
You don't be that guy because you're defeat. Like if you're claiming, if your intention, which it should be, is being strong for the sake of kind of being typifying, you know, being a strong Muslim
for the sake of Allah.
Yeah, being a strong Muslim man.
Everything we should be doing is for the sake of Allah. Whether it's indirect or directly for the sake of Allah.
So if that wasn't your intention, refresh it and, you know, F5 the thing and like make that your intention and do everything that falls in line with that. So if you're doing something for the sake of Allah, then anything.
Just a quick question. Do we know if any female only / sisters only gyms exist that we can?
They're coming, inshallah. They're coming.
But
there
as of now, do you know what's sad? There is one in London Bridge. Yeah, it's called
the one by Fitness First, right?
Is it the Cave or the Bridge? I think it's called the Bridge.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know the one you're talking about by the station.
Yeah, I think it's called the Bridge. If you type it, if you type in the female only gym or girl only gym or whatever, London Bridge, it's there. But it's mad. You know what's jarring? So for example, I know people that are going to start going there, yeah, but then obviously the whole congestion charge thing happened, and it means that you can't go there without public transport before what was it, 9 o'clock, before 10 o'clock or whatever, and that's jarring. There's that one. I'm sure that there's some in East London. I don't know if they're still there, but I'm sure there are.
But the problem with that is it's limited open times, and apparently, from what I've heard, I haven't been in there. Obviously, I'm playing. I haven't been in there, but obviously, the equipment and some of the apparently some of
this whole episode
apparently apparently a lot of it is substandard. So, which is a shame because, So apparently the fitment, equipment, whatever. I don't know if it's. I'm not even gonna say the name of it, but I don't know if it's the center that's local to the mosque or whether it's another one. Apparently, there's more than one. But from what I heard, it's not ideal. But inshallah, there's one that there's gonna be a movement coming, inshallah. 24/7 access to female gyms.
I think I'm an advocate of
no music, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing. I even forgot about that. Music as well. In the gym as well, which is so obviously put if you're there, slap on your headphones with some Jollof. Listen to Jollof after Jummah when you're training.
Don't listen to podcasts that make you. I know I'm telling you from experience because you end up dropping a weight on your head. Don't listen to podcasts that make you laugh too much because you'll be lifting 100 kgs. Next thing you know, it's on your neck. You're struggling because you've been laughing.
You know, I got a funny story about that. You know? I got a funny story. Quickly, it's a quick one. You know, like just before lockdown, one of my boys we went there was like, let's try and do this 1 rep max, like see the most we can squat. Like because we've been building up to get a certain amount. I won't say what the amount is because obviously.
Why?
Huh? I'm not in it. Obviously, it was a lot in it.
Continue, Jared.
Strong foundation, you get me? And like the first couple of times, because obviously on a normal day, and especially now, this is part of my long-term journey. But like obviously the phasing out of music, all that stuff as well, and the last stage of that was the whole gym thing in it. That was the stage where I found it hardest to kind of drop the music thing in it. So alhamdulillah, anyway, we sorted and cleared that night. But it came to this, and it was like, boy, it was the first squat, and my boy did it. We were building up, he did it, and then this is one of the ones, when the whole gym is cinematic, like all the man them are watching, all the uncles are there, like come on, like everyone's watching you. Them ones,
can't go to gym to do circus, bro.
I might do, I might plug the clip. I might put the clip into the podcast, of me flopping it. Twice, Then I was like, flipping out. I need something, I need something. And I remember I put on like some, I don't even know. It must have been like just one of them.
A drill tune.
No. No, it must have been like a I think it was like a Muslim. I just typed in like no music rap or something. So I think it was like Muslim. I think it was Muslim Bilal, like one of his
Muslim Bilal.
I think it was that, But then what happened was, by the time I got ready, the song changed, didn't it? So the man's got the weight on my back now. Song changed, basically like I think it's called Maulaya or something like that. It's one of them, them sister, like one of them Asian, like I think Mahir Zain, like one of them tunes. And the man's imagine man's squatting the heaviest weight of my life, and then you're just hearing and then I remember I showed it to my boy. I was like, imagine, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Look what was playing. Nonsense, fam. But anyway.
See that whole thing, that's a whole nother thing we can discuss another time. The whole nasheed thing, where it's a nasheed with no no.
Do you know it's with that? Do you know it's with that? I feel
it's a nasheed, but it's basically music.
Do you know why I don't?
By the way, I'm not even talking about the Muslim Bilal thing because that's my brother there. But I'm talking about all the other things.
Brother, you want to? No, but you know it's with
yeah, but
with all of that stuff, yeah, the reason I just leave, like, especially when I'm thinking of who we're talking to, remember who we're on this podcast, yeah, it's like, if you can get off the mainstream, that type of music or whatever, for now, I think for us anyway, for who's listening, I just leave it there, because it's like, do you know what I mean? When we're thinking about it, do you get what I mean?
I hear
What you say, bro?
Because it's not that I'm condoning that stuff at all.
Yeah.
It's not a condoning thing, and obviously right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah, but you know,
Yes.
I feel like, you know, like if you're thinking of somebody, if you're talking to somebody and you're thinking of somebody who's listening to things they shouldn't be aware.
Who is that?
The first, it's me, because I'm my WhatsApp web. Sorry, like,
Can you not mute it or something?
I don't know how to, bro. It doesn't come on the podcast.
Okay.
What was I saying? Yeah, I just leave it there and leave them. You know, you kind of refer them on. I'd say that if you can get people to stop, obviously doing like drill and all that type of stuff, yeah, then I feel like that's when we've done our job, and it's for them to kind of sit on their journey.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't agree. If something, because I'll tell you why that's worse. You know, when you think something's good for you, and you think something, because a lot of people.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying
it's not that it's good. It's not that it's good.
No.
I'm not gonna.
No one's,
yeah.
You don't need to. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's on this level, because it's not. But it's like when you're listening to innovators, and because you think what they're saying is good, it's more harmful for you, because you don't know. You have it blurs your perception of what is right and wrong. What they're saying is total nonsense, but you believe it to be good, so you're going to continue to listen to it, and you're going to continue taking it as what the others will say. You know, when they're saying take it as gospel, obviously we don't take things as gospel, but they're going to take it as fact, as truth, and they're going to roll with it because they believe it to be right, and it seems right. Everything seems good. So when you see something to be good, but it's more harmful, it's not good. It's more harmful. Do you get what I'm tired today? I'm not articulating
I get what
myself
you're saying. You know,
so that's why I say that's actually worse for you. Imagine listening to music and continue to listen to it because you think it's good for you.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. But that's why I said on this podcast. That's why I said I chose my words carefully. I'll never come here and say go and listen to. I said listen to Jollof after Jummah. I said listen to because what I'm saying is that I'm not going to. I don't think I'm not the person, I think, who's going to go after somebody and tell them, okay, you stop listening to music. Okay, now you have to stop. I don't think that's.
No, we don't need to. We're not going after no one. I'm just saying.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. So I'm saying it's like I'm not telling you do that, but what I will tell you to do is that those factually definitely haram things in this space. I think that in this space is a time where, in this kind of the level of this podcast, I would say is for us to kind of, you know, like establishing people on things like the fundamentals, the 5 pillars.
And
getting people away from the major stuff. And then from there,
I hear you, but I think they're equally important.
They're important. I agree with you as well. And I'll never encourage people to stay on the path or not develop. I think development is important. But you know, I think this is the podcast where you do everything. Get me?
100%.
Over this,
going back to the fitness thing.
Yeah, I think we can kind of draw a line under that. I think man just have to obviously take precaution, remember their intention, remember what they are as Muslims, and just kind of behave themselves in it. And it's not easy. And if it's not easy for you, remove yourself. Be open to taking that step and go to one of them. Go to one of them gyms where all the plates are made of metal and there's bare headman and there's not a.
Bro, go to a
estrogen inside.
What's that thing that Terrell used to do? Is it playground gym or?
That's the same thing, bro. If you
block work, those block gyms. Go to one of those.
That's not a place, bro.
Huh?
That's not a Mandan place. I've been there.
It's not a Mandan place. Take that back. I'm sorry.
That doesn't sound safe.
Advice.
Huh? No, it's safe. It's safe. But it's not a.
What he meant is it's not a Mandemoni area. There's a lot of females in those areas as well.
Or go late, or whatever. Or I mean, go when it's mad quiet. There's things you can do in it. Just obviously, it's just something to bear.
midnight.
Hmm?
I used to go at midnight.
Yeah, go when it's quiet. There's measures in taking it. Just obviously, it's before obviously dress to catch and whatever if you can, but it's more about awareness, being aware, and just remember your intention. Remembering you're a Muslim. Like I say, that's my concrete advice for this kind of section. We could draw a line under that.
For me, to round it off, all I'm gonna say is I just feel like you should compare it to, because I think it's similar for the male for the man. Then talk about Muslim men only. It's similar to the workplace. Just treat it how you would a workplace. You're going there to do something. You're going there to work. You're going there to work out, and then get out of there. Pretty much simple as simple as that.
Agree.
Because there's gonna be females there, but when you're going to work, there's also gonna be females there. Whether you're employed or self-employed, you're always gonna have to be around, or it's just society. It's how we live. There's gonna be females there. It's just how do you deal with it? You're always gonna be pressured by others to shake females' hands. You're always gonna face stuff. You just have to deal with it. I know it's more easier said than done.
In Corona, you don't have to take on land anymore. You know, that's the advantage, man.
Exactly.
What's it called? It's gonna cut off in a second. Man, cool. Should we just leave it there? I think that's a good place to leave it.
Assalamu alaikum, people. You're live with the Judge Boys. If you haven't already, make sure you like.
Okay, we're back, people. And we're back to say goodbye, man, because that's been another episode, alhamdulillah. Once again, if you haven't, follow us on the socials and get involved. We just dropped another Myth Busting Mondays. You know, check that out, inshallah. Share it with your friends. Share the podcast again. I know I say it all the time. Don't
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe, all of that good
5
stuff.
stars, YouTube. I mean, it's 5 stars, iTunes, all of that stuff.
Was we fair? I know we haven't really spoke about system-specific issues, but we've done it now. Was we fair? Like, do you feel we represented you wrongly?
Listen, if you want us to speak about it, send it to the email. DM us, all of that stuff.
Comment in the YouTube.
Let us know.
All of that stuff. Inshallah, we're back in the studio, Dullah, next week.
Yeah, hopefully, inshallah. We'll see what they're saying.
Hopefully, inshallah. And yeah, man, that's been another episode, man, people. Stay safe. Lockdown's ending. Obviously, be respectful, be sensible.
Today?
Lockdown by the
tomorrow. Well, so we're recording on Tuesday the 1st. So
today.
We recorded this on Tuesday the 1st. So lockdown's ending tomorrow. So we'll see how it is, inshallah.
So yeah, man, we ask Allah to protect.
Hopefully you're all good.
Yeah.
You're all blessed.
Protect us in these dark times.
I mean.
And yeah, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.